It has been 10 years since New Orleans implemented a smoke-free ordinance, which has reduced exposure to secondhand smoke in indoor spaces. Tobacco-free living is a statewide campaign that focuses on tobacco prevention. Joining us now to talk about their efforts on tobacco control is Brad Wellens, Regional Manager of the Louisiana Public Health Institute. Brad, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me, and I'm very glad to be here and happy to answer any questions that you have. We talk about our 10 years of celebrating here in New Orleans of smoke-free living and the advances that we made in those 10 years.
So tell us about the significance of the 10 years here in the city of New Orleans.
Well, yeah, one of the things, Mike, is that, according to some polls with the health department, 75% of New Orleans support the Smoke-Free Act, even though despite at the time people said it was never going to pass and not do well and they're going to hurt businesses, and that hasn't shown to be the case. In fact, 77% of people say that they would favor an expansion of it by requiring smokers to move further away from the doors. So we really have some real impacts on, our protecting our workers, our musician community, our culture bearers, and our casino and holiday goers, visitors here in the city.
I think it's almost changed the culture as well, because sometimes we go places and if we see smoking inside, it's almost like, what is going on? How has the public really responded over the past 10 years? I know we had the initial onset of trying to get it all passed, but now here we are.
Yeah, and then that's the thing, Mike, is that, like I said with the survey, people have responded very positively. Even bar owners or bar managers or, especially people that work in the industry have said, yeah, it's just been a culture change. And I feel better. I feel healthier. And we see some outcome data with the musicians clinic that have shown that they have had less illnesses and diseases from tobacco-related diseases.
What about the hospitality and gaming industries in particular? What's the impact there? Yeah,
and that's the thing, is that we really haven't seen a negative impact. And, New Orleans, tourism in New Orleans goes up and down, but it's not because of anything that the tobacco-free or, going smoke-free has had. In fact, when Caesars came in and bought Paris, they did a $400 million renovation, and part of that renovation was to have the outdoor smoking area in the casino. It's a nice area, so it's part of their culture now.
So let's talk about health equity. Where are we seeing that in regards to smoke-free ordinances?
And that's it. One thing is because we know that our hospitality and tourism workers here in New Orleans are primarily from the African American community, and it protects them in ways that, a lot of the workers are lower income, and particularly musicians tend to be African American. So it protects that community. It's fair, because one of the things that happened during the testimony while we had the initial passage of the act was they questioned the casino manager. Do you allow smoking in your offices? And he said no. Well, why should we allow smoking that expose the employees on the gaming floor?
So what are some of the tobacco cessation and prevention methods or resources that tobacco-free living offers for folks?
Yeah, and that's a good question, Mike. We partner with the Louisiana Department of Health Well Ahead program to offer a free quit line. And that quit line you can call, you can text, you can get online, and actually it's quitwithusla.org, or you can text READY to 34191. And then we also offer vaping, and because we know that the vaping quitting is even harder than cigarettes because they're increased nicotine. And so you can text vape free to 873-373. And it's free for the youth, and it's free for people that want to try to quit vaping and want to try to quit smoking or use of any tobacco product. Because at this point, when we're talking about tobacco products, it's sometimes just more than cigarette smoking with smoking. This is nicotine addiction.
All right, Brad Wellens, appreciate you being with us this morning. Lots of good information there.
Great. Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And for more information on the smoke-free ordinance or living tobacco-free, you can visit our website, WWLTV.com.